could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me. You could be around for
You could be with anyone, and I could be with anyone. You're here with me. You're here with me.
All right. Welcome to the show. This is the Sunday night after show. The after show. The after party. I used to call it a party, but I don't know if this is a party because ain't no party like a West Coast party, especially if you're out back getting stomped out. Holla at your boy. Let me know that you guys can see me, you can hear me, that everything sounds and looks copacetic before we get into tonight's episode, because I want to make sure that I'm coming through loud and clear because that shit was crazy. I put a little chat, not a chat. I put a this shit got my blood pressure high than a mother. Like I'm going bananas, y'all. Like what? Oh, it's just so many points. And I'm gonna be honest. I didn't even write any notes because I knew I was gonna be making videos about this week, and I want to be able to hit those fresh thought, try to be as fresh as I can during the videos that I'm going to put out this week about this, because this is like jam-packed, action-packed stuff. And man, that Cody man, boy, I tell you what. And there was at one point I could curse in probably about 4 or 5 languages. You know, Spanish, Portuguese, a little bit of Italian, Russian, and my brother told me a couple words here and there in Japanese and Chinese. But tonight, man, I wish I had kept up with it, because I need to be able to reach into that bank. You know what I mean? I need to be able to reach into that bank, son. I was watching that, man. We'll get into it, but yeah, make sure you hit that poll. This Cody boy. Cody, man, he's the perfect villain. He's a perfect unwittingly so. Unwittingly so. I'll be like, if this was like if he was intentionally being this way and able to elicit this type of feeling and emotion from an audience, you know, intentionally, like I'm going to be the heel of the reality show. If he was doing it, this guy, man, he would be brilliant. The crazy part is his intention is the exact opposite. He's so dumb. It's crazy. Like it's like it's almost like and I got to take a step back. The reason I say is brilliant, it would be brilliant because in every situation, he somehow finds the one angle that will piss you off the most. He finds the one take, the one side, the one perspective that if you were listening to it and you put yourself in the seat of the person that he's talking to, tables would get flipped over, it'd be broken dishes and furniture everywhere. Like this dude is so infuriating. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know what I mean? And I'm looking at these women, and this is a reminder for me. Because I know I've been critically looking at every cast member for this season, last season. I've been looking at every member of the cast critically. And I've had some criticisms for all of them here and there. But this episode reminded me why these women for 20 seasons have been given a pass. The way he does stuff is just crazy. It's just holy shit crazy. This dude is cat shit crazy. What are we doing? What are we doing? I got the hiccups. Whew, man. YouTube is my time machine. You in some foolishness. You are in for some damn foolishness. We had some Brittany, not Brittany. Couldn't keep a powder dry. Yeah. Put some super chats in. Brittany Not Brittany with the 4.99 super chat. Said, what's going on, Britt? Said, you know what's crazy as hell? Cody wants David to stay in a step parent lane, but doesn't understand why everyone wants Robin to stay in the same lane. Let me say that one more again. I feel like Brittany is preaching at this point. James, read. You know what's crazy as hell? Cody wants David to stay in the step parent lane, but doesn't understand why everyone wants Robin to stay in the same lane. What's that part? Stay in the same lane. What don't he understand? Why Robin should what? Stay in the same lane. That's exactly right. That's exactly right. The hypocrisy is mind-blowing. It's not even mind-blowing at this point. It's straight up mind-numbing. It's so crazy and so off pace. You don't understand. You want to sit there and pretend like David's just some dude. This Mr. David. You know, that's your mama friend, Mr. David. This dude is so tied in with your kids. It's crazy. Even Christine at some point said what I was thinking the whole time. David sees your kids more than you do. He deals with your kids more than you do. So when you sit there and talk about David, he don't really understand what's going on between me and the kids. He does. You know why he understands? Because he understands what they're saying and how they're feeling. He apparently understands more about your kids than you do, Mr. Oh, this is a company thing and we all kind of did it together. And it's not just on me, it's on them too, because that's what it is. That's why we having problems. Do you sit there at that table? Fuck it. Let's get into it. Brittany, Not Brittany, thank you so much. We're going to get into some of this foolishness because I got some stuff that I need to get off my chest about how he was talking to David. And that might be what this whole live might be about. I don't know. But I have some serious thoughts about that. Let me give you a little something, Brittany. And then Brittany came back with another $4.99 super chat. Read. And ain't nobody dogpiling on that motherfucker. Lie again. Oh, everybody is picking on him by simply pointing out what he did wrong. I mean, just because this is the equivalent of me jumping in my car, driving to a park, seeing some guys playing basketball, and then I try to drive my car through the basketball court, and then when I get out and the cops stop me, I'll be like, why everybody trying to dogpile on me? Like I did something wrong. I mean, they was in the way. We all participated in the problem. Then what the fuck are you talking? What are you talking about? If you do something wrong and you hurt somebody and they point out how you hurt them, that is not them dogpiling on you. That's, I don't know, you taking responsibility for the shit that you did wrong. You're being accountable for the things that you did. And the fact that, and again, I had said this in my David video. You guys haven't seen it. I dropped it yesterday. I talked about David yesterday, and I'm probably going to make another video about David just so you guys know. But I said it in my other video. The problem I have with Robin and Cody, as much as they want to sit around and complain about everybody don't know them and, they like some kind of enigma and people don't understand shit and blah, 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 and everybody got them wrong. When push comes down to shove, people aren't just judging you based on a TV show. I'm not judging. I'm not looking at just the simple actions and interactions of what happens during the course of the TV show to make my evaluations of you. What I'm also evaluating is shit you say out of your damn mouth. And the stuff you say out of your mouth, the way you address subject matters tells me that you are devoid of a moral compass. You don't have a moral compass. There are people who genuinely understand right and wrong. They understand, like, look, this is moral, this is right, this is good, this is bad. You guys apparently don't have that muscle, or it's so atrophied because you sit around and victimize yourself so much that you don't understand when you do something wrong to somebody else. You're always looking for how you can be the victim, or somehow it's what you did. Either you didn't do it, and if you did do it, it wasn't that bad. And if it was that bad, it's somebody else's fault. And if it's somebody else's fault, somehow you were justified. And because you're being blamed, or being somebody's trying to hold you accountable, or saying you're responsible for this pain, now somehow you're the victim. And because you're the victim and you're not going to let them get to you, now you're the hero. And I've been watching you guys do this damn cycle over and over and over again for the last 20 damn seasons. That's why when you guys ask, why don't you guys respect the shit I say when I sit here and say things? Why don't you like me? Why do you criticize me about everything I say? Because I'm coming from a place where, because you lack any moral compass, and in your compass doesn't have true north. Your shit is all messed up. It's like you're standing on top of a magnet. Your compass is just spinning any which way that just makes you feel good going. And because you're that way, anything that comes out of your mouth, I'm suspect of. Everything you say or do is suspect because of the way you come off on the show. And it's not just the way you come off on the show, because people watch the show and say, oh, I don't like that Janelle said Cody said this, or Christine said Robin did that. That's not what it is. It's the shit that comes out of your mouths, the shit you say. I mean, holy smokes. What are we talking about? You fucking lunatics. This is crazy. Look, I'm going to calm down for a second. I'm going to give Brittany a little something. Because this is, because that whole shit with David, that shit got me fired up. I don't know. David, God bless you, brother. Look, I'm going to go ahead and give Brittany a little something. Oh, they making me feel bad. They dogpiling on Cody because Cody went down there to apologize, which is really nice. If you step on somebody's shoe and you say, my fault, my bad, sorry. Cool. Nobody's expecting much from you. But if you take and get, Christmas time, you get yourself one of them Red Ranger rifles with the BB gun with the compass in the stock, and you go outside and shoot somebody's fucking eye out, and you just go, sorry. That doesn't make it better. What you did to them doesn't make it better because you want to sit there and say you sorry. And somehow, and here's the crazy part. Can I just go off for a second? I don't know. Maybe I've been going off the whole time. I don't know at this point. But what bugs the shit out of me is it not only do you want people to sit there and endure these dumbass apologies, you just want to sit there and say what you want to say, not be questioned, not have anybody answer, not anybody give you any pushback, not anybody suggesting on things that, hey, since you're in a mood to apologize, let's talk about how you actually offended me and we can discuss that part. And if you feel like I deserve for you to give me some, like you feel remorse, you feel like I deserve an apology, let's give me an apology for that. Let's do that. Nope. I want to just apologize for what I want to apologize for, say what I want to say. And then after I say it, here's the part that pisses me off. I want to say what I want to say, And then not only do I want you to accept it, but I want you to sing my fucking praises because I apologize to you. I want you to kiss my entire behind because I gave you something that I should have given you a long time ago. And instead of me giving it to you in the way I'm giving it to you, I should have actually sincerely given it to you. And not look for you to say, wow, you're so amazing. You're such a good man. I don't understand how awesome and amazing you are as a person. Holy smokes. These people, boy, I just, it is what it is. This guy's driving me crazy. All right, we got a limited lipsticks with the $6.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Janet. Appreciate you. An apology is for the wrong party. Exactly. It's not for you. It's for them. It makes me feel better. An apology is not for the wrong party. Cody only cares about how it can make life easier for him, so the wives can act cool with him. Fucking doofus. Act cool for him, and he can sit up and pontificate and extricate all kinds of pompous, pious bullshit about how men interact and how relationships work and how smart he is and how in tune he is with the human condition and how he understands how human nature works. He wants to be able to have that conversation, and it's very difficult for him to be able to have that conversation while he has people whom he was in relationships with complaining about how he dogged them out in said relationships. So what he wants to do is shut them up so that he can turn around and talk about how he's an expert in the field of relationships because he had all these relationships. That's what, you know what I mean? That, and like you said, he wants them to act cool and be cool so that way he can go off and talk about how great he was and how awesome he was. Sorry, here's the thing. Thank you so much, Unlimited Lipstick. Let me give you a little something. Sorry, Mr. Brown, if you injuring these folks is inconvenient for you. Sorry if you actually have to apologize when you do the wrong thing. And see how that works? See how that doesn't make you feel better when I'm sitting there saying sorry before I say some fucked up shit? See how that doesn't make you go, oh, he really means it. Maybe I should take note of what he's saying. You see how that works? You ass. This is why nobody is listening to you when you do your apologies, because it doesn't mean anything. It's just a way for you to be self-aggrandizing in your approach to dealing with these people. This isn't to celebrate them. This is to celebrate yourself. And rightly so. You know what? I was so proud of Christine when she got up and walked away from that bullshit. That's what I'm talking about. You know what? I'm done. Okay. You know what? I've had enough. Tired of listening to the dumb shit. You're not listening to David. You're not listening to me. You just want to say what you want to say. Been there, done that, got the t-shirt and 6 fucking kids from that whole bullshit situation. And I'm going to go ahead and skate because I got day drinking to do. Whatever she going to do, right? Whatever she going to do. I respect that fact. You know what? I'm done with it. And David, God bless him, that dude, he sat there in the cut and entertained that stuff, man. David is a warrior. David is a straight up warrior. Because to his credit, I understand where David was coming from. David was in a position where he's trying to make it possible for oh man, I'm about to cuss this dude out. For Cody to be able to say his piece, and then hopefully they're able to come to some resolution, and he has a bridge back into calmer, more even keel relations with Christine, which hopefully makes things more convenient because Mr. Short Pants can't handle anything that's difficult or hard. So he's trying to make it easier for him so that hopefully at some point he might pick up the phone and call his kids. He's trying to make it easy for you. But because you are the limited individual that you won't even accept that olive branch because you know everything. You know everything. Who's David to tell me about this woman that I've known for 20 years? You've only known her for a little bit. Here's the secret with that. Because I love that part of this, Cody. When you sat there and tried to pretend like you was big macking on David by saying that you knew Christine for 20, 30 years and he's only known her for a little bit. Here's the secret to the sauce, brother. You know one version of Christine. You know 19-year-old, young, innocent, virgin ass Christine. Never been in a relationship, never been kissed by a boy, Christine. Married your ass, got roughed and tumbled up on her first night, on her wedding night. Then you drug her through 20 years of humiliation, degradation, slamming her down, beating her down, and trying to break her spirit. Then, when she extricates herself away from you, and she plants herself, she finds her path up the mountain, embeds herself in the mountain, and then she rises from the mountain as a fiery phoenix. Remember that shit, Cody? She rises from the mountain as a fiery phoenix. And she blossomed into this woman who, frankly, you have no idea who she is. Because when you were sitting there beating her down and taking advantage of her and trying to manipulate her and make her feel bad about who she was, how she was doing things, what she looked like, how she was raising the kids, how she kept your house, how she cooked your food, and all the time you're telling her that she's never enough, she finally left your dumb ass. Then she went out and remade herself. And upon remaking herself, she found out who she was. And when she comes back to you as the new shiny person that she is, the person that she put together with her partner that she's found, this is a totally different individual. You have no idea who this person is because you're so used to dealing with that person. You don't have any idea what Christine is like now. You're so in your mind, you still see that woman who was shrinking and hiding and scared that you wouldn't come around. But part of the reason why you don't understand why she doesn't need your approval, she doesn't need your apology, she doesn't need you to confirm that you didn't love her. Part of the reason why she doesn't need that bullshit is because she found out who she was. And she's standing on her own 2 feet in her square, in her spot, and she's okay with the person that she is. And she doesn't give a damn whether you like it or not. So when you sit there and say that, oh, David doesn't know who she is, he does. The problem that you're having in this conversation, sir, is you don't. You don't even know who you're talking to at this point. And sometimes that's what people need to do. That's what people need to do. When you're dealing with people like this, you need to separate yourself from them. You need to work on yourself. And when you meet them again, you're a different person. You're a different beast. You're a different animal. They have no idea what species of person that they are looking at because it'll blow their mind if they see how much work you put into yourself. Christine went from a situation where she was pouring all her life energy, all her time, all her attention into some man who didn't appreciate her and turned around and started pouring that same energy, that same effort into herself. And once she started making that investment in herself, she started looking back. And when she meets up with this individual again, all of a sudden, based off of that original investment, she has a return on that investment. Her bank is overflowing. And unfortunately for Cody, when he meets this woman whose riches are overflowing more than she can count, her blessings are more than she can count, and is too much for him to fathom. when he's standing there looking at her and he's morally, intellectually, and relationship wise bankrupt, he doesn't know how to deal with her. And that's the part of it too. He's still trapped as a little boy. And now that he's trying to deal with a full-grown ass woman, he doesn't know what to do. He doesn't know what to do. He don't know how to handle it. He's like, oh, she done made herself a full-grown ass woman with her own damn opinions. She's not looking for me to confirm her or qualify or quantify what she's feeling, what she's going through. Oh, no. And what that does is part of the reason why he was standing at that racetrack so uncomfortable and so uneasy is because when you a little ass man like that and you a fucking coward, it's hard for you to stand in the presence of a woman. Talk to me. It's hard for you to stand in the presence of a woman, especially when you one of these manosphere little boys and you actually meet a woman. There's a reason why they go to their most popular channels. There's a reason why they spend their time on them channels talking to young women, basically little girls, women who just turned 18, 19 years old. There's a reason why they talking to them. They ain't set yet. These are 40, 50-year-old men hollering and screaming and calling names to 18-year-old girls. The reason why they have to do that is because they couldn't sit in a room with a full-grown ass woman. They wouldn't know how to talk to her. They wouldn't know what to say, especially when she started talking back. Oh, it is all hush mouth and confusion. Oh, I thought this was a damn, how my man say, I thought this was a pool hall up in this motherfucker. Now all of a sudden it's quiet as a church mouse pissing on cotton. You know, you ain't got nothing to say. What happened? Where's all that Huff Tony talk, all that intellectual genius and brilliance that you thought you had? What happened to it? And like I said, hats off to Christine. Hats off to Christine for having the temerity to sit there for some of that bullshit and then recognizing when it's not going anywhere, he's not listening and there's no damn point. What are we even doing here? Because you come down here to apologize for how you treated me, how you did me, how you made me feel when you were sitting up there sneaking off to your little wife's house. You came down here and wouldn't apologize for that. You come down here and apologize for some bullshit on a bullshit tip. Oh, can't believe you didn't accept my apology. Why aren't you crying? I'm going to start giving you the healing, Christine. Giving you an opportunity to heal yourself. Are you crazy? You think she hasn't healed herself? This is what I said in my video. I'm glad I made that video before I saw tonight. This is exactly what I was saying. You think Christine wasn't healed before when she left your ass? You know what started healing her? When she left you, dummy. That's when the healing started. The healing ain't start when you gave her permission to heal herself. And the audacity of that, I'm gonna give you permission. You may now heal yourself. Are you serious? Oh, I'm gonna give you permission to heal yourself so that way you guys can start moving on and you can start putting your life back together. And she's sitting next to a whole damn husband. And they building a fucking empire. I'm building an empire too with my wife. We sit on top of $2.1 million mortgage for 30 years. We ain't never gonna pay this house off. You ain't leaving your kids. You ain't leaving your kids property. You're leaving them a mortgage. This guy, man. All right, let me. I'm gonna take a step. Take a moment. 'Cause this dude's gonna give me a heart attack. Like this shit is crazy. Oh my god. We still gotta talk about David. Cause God, you know what? David, dude, my man, David. All right. We had Love Soka. Oh shucks. James, yes. Let him have it. Don't sugarcoat it and give him hit him with both barrels. I'm trying to take it easy. I'm trying to take it easy. Cause this shit could go crazy. This could go super damn dark. Cause this is nuts. What he did is crazy. I find that shit. That is the epitome of insulting. What he tried to do to David and Christine. That man. What are we doing? What are we talking about? But thank you so much, Love Soka. Jody Periscala up in the house. What's up, Jody? How you doing? $1.99 super chat. Said, are you surprised? That's why he left AUB. Nope. Mr. Can't take criticism. Mr. I can't talk to people who are trying to have authority over me. Mr. Oh, the only reason why they didn't put me in a leadership position is because I wouldn't cut my hair. For some reason, I doubt that was the case. That you wouldn't cut your hair. Our employment decisions are based on the fact of your hygiene. I mean, it might be the fact you wouldn't cut your hair, wash your ass. That might be what it is. Maybe that's the thing. Like, Cody, you can't be up in there, especially, Catholic. You can't be up in the confessional, having people passing out. And the only way we know that we hear them hit the damn, hit the wood, and they feet kick out from underneath the curtain. Like, no, we can't have that, Playboy. Can't have that. You try to have private meetings, and all of a sudden, Cody want to get in close and talk to your ass. Well, how do you feel about the Lord? Oh, back up. Satan, get behind me. Man, you need an exorcism on that shirt. The devil is a lie. Shit. Oh, man. Thank you so much, Jody Periscala. I appreciate it. I needed to laugh. But then we have Michelle Woods at the $4.99 super chat from Michelle Woods up in the house. Did you read my comment in the 2 from last video you made? It gives a deeper understanding to my family issues and how familiar my dad is to Cody. Yeah, I did read it. Thank you so much for putting that in there. Yeah, and you know what? And God bless anybody. Let's put some hearts in the chat for Michelle Woods and anybody who have to deal with somebody like this. Because you have to have the patience. You have to have the patience of Job and frankly, the wisdom of Solomon to navigate half of this bullshit. Because they will have you, they will twist your ass up like a pretzel. Okay? Like just and we get frustrated just watching it on the screen. I couldn't even imagine having to deal with this in my, there's inner circles like your friends and stuff, and then there's nuclear family where you're dealing with people who you're growing up with people and you're dealing with people who should be in authority and people who should be looking out for you, taking care of you, and they're approaching it like this. And the craziest part is this is like one of those situations. This is one of those situations where people will treat you a certain way. They will limit you. They will hinder you. They will handicap you in your ability to be able to move forward. And then when you don't rise to the lofty levels of where they think they should be, because ironically, they've already sabotaged you because they don't want you rising up so high. So they already try to undercut you so that way you don't ever go up higher than them. But because you don't go higher than them and they feel bad for themselves, they take out on you the same guilt and shame that they feel for themselves. They take it out on your ass and sit around and talk about how you ain't did some shit. Isn't that crazy? Look at you. You ain't even dead now. Oh my God. Why didn't you do more? You could have done more. Why are you limited to this? Why don't you only do that? I don't understand. What is wrong with you? You so dumb. You the one that told me since I was little that I wasn't never gonna be shit. Now you surprised? What are you? What? And even if you do surpass the limitations that they put on you, because you're all of a sudden, you working, you doing everything you need to do. You're not CEO. All of a sudden, I don't understand. You Mister think he better than everybody else because you worked yourself up, huh? You did it all by yourself. Well, you wasn't helping me. Well, yeah. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. Michelle Woods in the house. That was like the remix version of the Super Thanks. Don't. Appreciate you, Michelle Woods. Brittany, not Brittany with the $4.99 super chat. Cody, Mary's not going to hear about the forced sale conversations from me. Motherfucker, you on goddamn television. Talking about it. F this show. Yeah. You ain't going. Y'all got a good angle on me. Is the light okay? How about my mic? Is my mic working good? Okay. Are you ready? 3, 2, action. Janelle tried to rip Mary off, and she was going to take all the money from Mary. And when she did that, I was like, oh, no, don't do that. And of course, Robin was the one who came in and said, no, 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 I will not let you rob Mary. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell Janelle that we are not going to sell the land out from under Mary. And it was Mary's idea or Janelle's idea. And I'm not going to be the one who's going to open his mouth and tell, and going to tell Mary about what Janelle tried to do. Not going to hear that from me. Bad acting 101. Rap. End scene. Roll credits. Cody's performance of the ages. And tonight, ladies and gentlemen, the Emmy goes to Cody Brown, Sister Wives. This shit was stupid. That was so stupid. I agree with you. That was the most craziest thing. One, Janelle got some splaining to do because he is throwing Janelle's ass. And if Janelle, see, look, I'm going to be like this. If Janelle did do this shit, you are Janelle. You talk all the time. This would not be logical. That shit would be stupid. For you to try to team up with Cody and do that shit, that was a dumb. You had to know that he was going to throw you under the bus. He's looking for a villain. I don't know. He's looking for a villain. And this qualifies you as a villain. Because if you listen to what he said when he was talking about it, Janelle said we should sell the land out from under both of them, Mary and Robin, because Robin wasn't going to agree to it because she wanted to be above the fray. She was going to take the money though. And technically she would get the money because Cody would already have her money. So if Cody has it, she has it. I mean, come on now. That's like if I walk out and I put money in my right pocket and I say, hey, I don't have the money. It's in my right pocket. I have the money, but I usually carry my wallet in my left pocket. It doesn't matter. I still have the money. So the only person who would have been left out from having their money would have been Mary. And if you listen to what he said was, yeah, and I wasn't going to give her her share until, oh, almost said NDA, until she agreed to the other agreements, which would have been the NDA. So you would have tried to stick her ass up for the money, is what you're saying. So you'd have stuck her up for the money. And the fact that Janelle would have went along with sticking Mary up for the money because she wanted to get her share, I get everybody in it for themselves, but that in and of itself, that position in and of itself, and this is me being a little critical of the OG3, that position in and of itself would undermine their entire argument that somehow Robin came in and did something wrong. What? Why do you say that, James? Because if their culture is everybody is supposed to be looking out for themselves, and Janelle is okay with looking out for herself because she needed the money from County Pass and she wanted to get her money out from the family and she just wanted to take care of herself. So she was okay with screwing over Mary or whoever so that she could get hers. Then you can't necessarily be mad or be angry with Robin for basically doing the same thing. She just got as much as she could for herself out of the family as she could because that's how you guys set the culture up. Now, if that's what you guys are saying, then I'm still going to be like, Cody and Robin are deficient when it comes to like a moral compass because of the shit that they say. But we would have to reevaluate how she interacted with the family. You understand what I mean? Like that's because that shit was dirty. That is dirty. Especially I could see if it was like Mary was just being slow with signing some paperwork or whatever. And like, okay, well, fine. You know what? Bump it. We don't need Mary's signature. We just gonna sell the land. This is what we plan on doing anyway. She's just talking about it. I need my money. We're gonna sell the land. I'm gonna give her her money, and we're done. I'm gonna give her her fair share. We're done. That's not what it was about. What it was about was Mary didn't want to be confined to not being able to tell her story. And this is part of the problem. This is part of the fundamental problem with this type of relationship. It's not just the man. It's not just the man. It's not just the husband. It's the wives who do it too. Talk about piling on somebody. It's the wives who are doing it too. Because it wasn't just Cody doing it. It was according to Cody. And like I said, I don't know. He's a liar. So I don't know how much of this I want to take from his word. But if this shit turns out to be true, then what it comes down to is it was Janelle trying to actively silence Mary because she was trying to get something. And just because you signed off on it and you allow Cody to steal your voice, that doesn't give you the right to take somebody else's. And you want to talk about like how polygamy works and fairness works and how, we need to have legal protection for the women. This undercuts that entire argument. Because when given an opportunity for a woman to stand up on her own 2 feet and be able to tell her story, you undercut her by saying that she needs to shut the fuck up, sign the paperwork, and let her husband do whatever he wants to do to her. And that's okay. But polygamy's okay. We should legalize it. For what? So you could do more of this? And that's where I would draw the line. Like if this is actually true, then to me, logically, it blows a big hole in any contention that Janelle would make that she thinks that polygamy somehow is feasible or could be equitable, especially if it's somehow made legal or legalized in the future. Written laws are only as good as the people they serve. The book could say whatever it says. But if you guys are actively going behind the book, shutting each other up, shutting each other down, stealing and robbing, conniving and fooling with each other, then the laws don't mean shit. We're gonna make it all legalized, but I need you to sign here, initials here, sign here, and you can never talk about it, and we're gonna steal your money. But if we gonna make it legalized, what? It makes no sense. And I look, and I see people are like, Janelle wouldn't silence Mary. That's a Cody lie. I hope so. But here's the thing, y'all. We're going to find out during the tell-all. We better find out during the tell-all. This better be a fucking question during the pardon my friend. I've been cussing all night. This better be a tell-all question during the tell-all. 100%. I don't give a shit about Mary's boyfriend, Ron. I don't care about what's the name's boyfriend, Brianna's boy. I don't care about none of that shit. What I want to hear about, if you guys have 4 episodes of a tell-all, don't make one episode about Brianna and her boyfriend and her conversion into a church, and then you have one sentence about Janelle. Did you ask Mary this? That would be something, wouldn't it? And that's it. That's all the questions and answers. Okay, I guess we're gonna go on to some other stuff. Did you hear about Brianna getting having a boyfriend? I don't want to hear about that shit. If you only got one, if you have one episode, dedicate an entire episode of the tell-all to this, because this is important. This is important. Inquiring minds want to know. I want to hear all sides of it. I want to hear from, see, and here's the jacked up part about it. Because even to the point of what would Janelle say? Or what would Janelle do? If Janelle signed an NDA, Janelle can't say shit. Ain't that something? If she signed an NDA, she can't say nothing about it. Because if I was going to have somebody sign an NDA, I 100% would put a clause in, which is a thing where you can't ever discuss the NDA. You can't discuss the possibility of there even being an NDA present, much less that you sign one. And if you mention the NDA, if you say you signed an NDA, you say you can't discuss something because of the NDA, then you are liable and you could be punished for disclosing that information. And I wouldn't be the least bit surprised that they made the funds of the Coyote Pass sale contingent on their ability to maintain and keep to the NDA, because that's usually how you do it. I'll give you your money. I'll give you X amount of compensation or consideration for you not talking. So if I'm going to give you $50,000, I'll give you $50,000 for you not to tell people about whatever it is I want you to tell. But if you tell them and or you mention the fact that you signed an NDA not to tell them, then you have to give me not only the $50,000 back, but there may also be an additional clause in there where you have to pay me additional money. And you can't tell, if he's dealing with a lawyer, you can't tell me that he wasn't like, if I give you $200,000, $300,000 from Coyote Pass sale, your ability to keep that money is contingent on the fact you can't talk about it. If that's what he did and that's what she did, she's not going to risk that money by sitting there talking about it. And I tell you what, I'll go on record right now. This is an issue they need to talk about, because they're going to talk about the apology tour during the tell-all. So if they're going to talk about the apology tour, what happened on Coyote Pass happened way before the apology tour. The conversations, the negotiations happened way before the apology tour. So if they're going to talk about the apology tour, they talk about the apology tour, but they fail to talk about or disclose any information about who said what about the sale of the property. And more importantly, trying to, it's not even so much the sale of the property, but trying to kick Mary out or sell it out from underneath Mary. And they don't talk about it. NDA in full effect, and all but is guaranteed that Janelle is guilty. Sorry, not sorry. Because that will fall into, well, I signed it, I don't know why you wouldn't. So yeah, I mean, that whole thing is a mess. And I want to hear from Janelle. What I want to hear from Janelle is, I didn't do that. I never said that. I never wanted to do that. That's a complete lie. Anything short of that, Janelle's, she's in the shit house. That's bad times. It's bad times. But thank you, Brittany. Not Brittany. Because like I said, even if you're not a Mary fan, I get it. Some people don't like Mary, but nobody deserves to have that done. Especially, I'm not a fan of people being a part of relationships where they're mistreated or not treated fairly or equitably, or the A word, since I can't use it on YouTube, and they're in those relationships, and then somehow they're finagled, pressured, or coerced or cajoled into signing their rights away from being able to talk about or disclose their experiences. This is Mary's experience, and she doesn't deserve to have her experiences taken away by anyone, including somebody who experienced the same thing. Just because you don't want to talk about it and you're okay with going along with Cody doesn't mean I have to be okay with it. And it's not your right. It's not your place to tell her that she has to accept it and just get over it and do what he says because it'll make things easier. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. But go to Unlimited Lipstick, the 279 Super Chat. What the F in Robin's Cookie Monster voice? How dare she? She wasn't watching Sesame Street. Besides, she ain't more like the Cookie Monster. She more like the Grouch. Living in a trash can. I'm doing bad. Ain't nobody trying to help me. I was going to sit on my porch. Now it's turned into a bunch of trash. That's why I'm a Grouch. That's why she got that permanent frown face. I was going to talk about nobody looks, but yeah, whatever. All right. Thank you so much, Unlimited Lipstick. Let me give you a little something. Then we have Shimmy ER or Shimmier. $1.99 Super Chat. Robin, a man shouldn't be a woman's financial plan. That part. Say that one more again for the people in the back of the church. Robin said, a man shouldn't be a woman's financial plan. What was you doing before you married into the Brown family again? Can you remind me what you were doing? Why were you jumping in your car driving 5 hours each way with 3 kids under 6? Anyone? Because a man ain't a plan. But apparently your family is. That's why she's like, that's why I wanted the whole family. I was looking at that like, because another way to look at it is like a man isn't a plan because he's definitely not a financial plan because you can't base your life on a man's independent singular wallet. What you need to do is get a man with multiple adult wives who have jobs and have their own bank accounts, because then you not only have one financial plan, you have 4. That's right. You have 3 wives and a husband, and you can take them all to the bank. So that is a plan. That's a strategy. That's why she's sitting there the whole time. I wanted the whole family, all 5 of their bank accounts, all 4 of their bank accounts. I wanted access to all that financial wealth. And I feel as though I've been robbed because 3 of them decided to leave, and then they're doing well financially. Christine messed around and married a damn millionaire. That's my money. Thank you so much, Shimmy. Megatron. Megatron in the house. The $5 super chat. $5 super chat. Cody has no life or source of emotionally charge from anybody at Robin's house so he keeps the OG3 off balance. What the fuck, these constant mind games to get his fix? Yeah, yeah. And that way you can keep it fresh and fun. You know what I mean? Because you go over, your life is like pretty sedentary with Robin. You guys sitting around feeling sorry for yourself. And every now and again, when you need that fix so you can feel bad for yourself, you need to feel like a hero. What you do is you go over and toss a grenade in somebody else's situation. Then you walk away from it. And while they're sitting there dealing with the fallout and they're wasting time and money and their life force and the energy and effort trying to figure out what it is you're doing and how you're doing it and how you're affecting their life, the people who did that to you, these emotional vampires, go off and like nothing happened. They're not even thinking about the problem that they just dropped in your lap, the bomb that they just blew up in your life. They're not even thinking about that shit. They off living their best life. And then when you come back to them, hair frayed, trying to figure out and worried about what it is they dropped on your lap and how you guys need to get together and talk about it. When you come back to them, guess what they're going to do? I don't know why you coming back here. That's your problem. You're so toxic. You're so full of drama. And they brought the drama to you. So 100%. Like, I look, that's why I waste my time with emotional vampires, because there's no ending to it. They will always have a problem. They will always try to drag you into it. They will always make their problems your problems. And then they turn around because you're dealing with their problems. Now they don't have to worry about it because you own it. Nope. I'm going to go ahead and give this back to you. Yeah, I called your phone. You called my number 59913. Phone ring. Bring, bring. I'm going to drop this bomb on James's ass. I'm going to make him go crazy just for the hell of it. Bring. Then all of a sudden you get the click up. Hello. This phone number doesn't have a messenger service set up. Call back or try to find a different number. Thank you very much. Click. Yeah, they don't even get a call back. Bump that. They just drive you crazy for no damn reason. Thank you very much, Megatron. Then we have Megatron with the $10 supercharge. Those damn Autobots. Mary actually has my respect after tonight. She seems to be ready to support these people any way she can, even after they keep dogging her out. Janelle is a B-oo. Stop supporting Tighter Farms, y'all. She a devil in disguise. Woo! Megatron coming after Tighter Farms. And this is, you know what? I'm not even going to front. This is actually, this is where it gets crazy. This is where it gets crazy. Because even if Cody has to recognize that Tighter Farms was actually selling a lot of t-shirts before they even got started. Real good. Before they had a structure up, they were selling t-shirts. They were selling crazy t-shirts. They were making bank selling t-shirts and merch. And when Cody drops this bomb, which is not the first time that he's said this, when you hear, look, I'm going to give you a little insight. On reality shows, you never know what take they're going to use, what scene they're going to use, what information they're going to use, how they're going to cut up the conversation. You have no idea. If you want something to appear on the show, you try to make sure that you mention it several times so that way you can be sure that it makes it onto the show. And when you see somebody get up and they say something several times in several different situations, talking to several different people, they are trying to ensure that whatever message they're trying to deliver gets put onto the show. And when Cody sits there, and this goes back to the whole damn apology stuff. When Cody sat there, out of the 3 wives so far, the 2 wives that we've seen, Cody's best interaction and most positive interaction for his apology was who? Janelle. He had the best apology, conversation with Janelle possible. But the first thing he does is come back and start talking about Janelle tried to betray Mary, but Janelle tried to betray Mary. Janelle tried to betray Mary, y'all. Janelle's a low down, no count, hood swagging snake because she tried to betray Mary. Then it just so happens that right after on the tail end of she tried to betray Mary, and this is why I'm not sure that Puddle Monkey or whoever the hell producing the show now is anti Cody. Because the second that he said that, framing and bookending that conversation about Janelle betraying Mary, you have Mary on the phone giving Janelle advice on how she can get her separation, something that Janelle is asking Mary to do. Mary, how did you get your separation? And she's giving her advice on how to get the release and what she needs to go through, what it's like, et cetera, et cetera. She even extends herself and says, look, if you need somebody, call me. I will be there for you. I will support you. And if you want me to go with you, I'll go with you. I will ride with your ass. The crazy part of that is it looks extremely treacherous on Janelle's part because she was trying to screw Mary over for her money. And then you, in the same breath, you're asking Mary for her help. But then at the same time, when you look at Mary's situation, when Mary went to ask for her release, Mary went by herself. Mary didn't have the support of any of the sister wives to go down to the church and talk to those scary men, those scary AUB council people. She didn't have any of that. She went by herself to do it. And then she turns around to Janelle and says, well, it is scary, it is intimidating, and it is hard, so I will go with you. I will do something for you that none of you were willing to do for me. And that actually bodes very well for Mary. And it kind of makes Janelle look bad. I ain't going to bullshit you. I ain't going to hold you. I'm not going to hold you. That makes Janelle look horrible. This whole season is like season 18 was Janelle leaving the family. Season 20 seems like Janelle just basically being departed. Like, it's crazy. This is crazy. I want Janelle to get up here. I hope Janelle gets up during the tell-all or do an interview. Girl, don't wait for the tell-all, baby. Do the interview. Get on people. This is bullshit. I don't know what Cody talk about. That dude, I think he's smoking. He came to Tired of Farms and found the hidden stash section. You know what I mean? He down there with the, what they call that shit, the devil's weeds or something. You know what I mean? He over there with them left-hand cigarettes now, talking about I'm talking about conversations we never had. That's what I need to hear from Janelle. Because anything short of that, like, oh yeah, I told Cody we could do this, and this is a conversation we had, that's gonna make you look bad. I'm not even gonna bullshit you. That's gonna make it. That looks bad. That looks bad. But thank you so much, Megatron. I appreciate you. Still rocking it. Thank you, Megatron. We had Ty with the $4.99 super chat, and I bet you the forced sale storyline is why Janelle's leaving the show. Hinted at on her IG story. So an NDA may be what has her in the chokehold. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Because like I said, I mean, knowing that you have a fledgling business that will rely on your sister wife popularity, and you turn right when Janelle is about to start this new business, you turn Janelle into a villain. And like I said, this shit is intentional. This isn't Cody just accidentally mentioned it. Oh, it slipped out. Cody has made extensive efforts to make note that Janelle betrayed Mary and that he was going to go along with it. Not only did Janelle try to betray Mary, she suggested it. He said it was Janelle's plan to betray Mary. That's big. That's big. I'm sorry. That's big. Thank you so much, Vixen. I appreciate you. But I agree. Like, and that would make sense. Like, if Ty, it would make sense that Janelle would depart. I would recommend that Janelle not depart under these circumstances, though, because if you leave now, it will look like you're leaving because you got caught, and this will be bad for you. Like, I think this will be bad for you. I don't know if your business, I don't know. I don't know how good your business is. I don't know what your business model looks like. I don't know if it's going to be strong enough to survive this. If you're relying on sister wife people, if your business is dope enough to where you don't give a shit about sister wife fandom or what we think or whatever, then God bless you. Have hat out, hop off, hats off, or whatever the hell, and do your thing. But if you still relying on like sister wife people, this is bad. This is bad. This is bad. But thank you so much, Ty. I appreciate you. We had Brittany, not Brittany, with the $1.99 super chat. Technically, Robin's right. OG3 were her financial plan. That's what I'm saying. You're like, a man ain't my plan. It's the woman's. I like those women. Those hardworking women. They're gonna take care of me in my old age. I'm gonna be sitting on my porch. I'm gonna be like sitting there with them. I'm gonna let them shine my shoes and sew my dresses. Give me some delicious, delicious mint juleps. Then I'm going to send them when the sun goes down and we watch the grandkids pit off. I will send them back to their trailers to enjoy the rest of the evening because I am a benevolent. Because and the term benevolence, let's be honest. Let's brass tack this shit. But now I'm going to be benevolent. Benevolent means you're going to be charitable. So these are charity cases. When Cody calls them up and says, I'm going to be benevolent with you, he sees them as charity cases. Just thought I'd throw that out there. Thank you, Brittany, not Brittany. Appreciate you. Let me give you a little something, something. Got 3 more, and then I'm going to jump back in. We're going to talk about got to talk about David before we go. But Unlimited Lipstick, $2.79, super chat. Cody, how do you want to work this? Put bills on table. Yeah, that's right. Because Robin was like, Cody, how do you want to work this? Should I just put the bill on the table, or should I just like leave it on the bed, or put it on a nightstand underneath the hundreds that you leave me, or how should we do this so you can take care of my bills? But you're not a plan, though, Cody. It's good you say that, Robin. And this is kind of that part where I've said before, like there's so much emphasis, especially when I listen to people talk about it. They always say things like, oh, communication is so important. Robin and Cody are always the ones who are trying to get the communications open and blah, blah, blah. Here's the thing. Communication doesn't mean dick if all you do is talk. If all you're going to do is talk about shit, well, a man isn't a plan. You got to have your own plan so you could be independent. Well, Robin, what have you done to be independent? Because it sounds to me, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong. Bust the books open. Show us where we're mistaken, that your plan wasn't tied into Cody and how Cody was doing it. You didn't give everything you had to Cody and let Cody take care of you. But don't sit here and preach to me about like all of a sudden women's liberation and independent women and we're going to be strong independent women like we all Beyonce's up in this motherfucker. We're not doing that. And you're going to sit around and pretend like, oh, okay, I'm preaching independence to my daughter. Meanwhile, on the ranch, I'm basically living off this man and his wives. And your kids have watched you live off this man and his wives the entire time. This goes back to what I was saying before. Like, it doesn't matter what you say to your kids or what you try to hide from them or conceal from them. They're watching and they see. They have brains in their heads. And as long as those brains are connected to those eyes and those ears, they can hear and see what it is you're actually doing. And based on that, They make life decisions on how you did shit because you're the example. So it's not what you're saying, it's how you live it. When you was loading them up in the car, driving them 5 hours so you could go see a man, that's a man being a plan. When you had a man driving 5 hours to your house because you were dating and you were trying to figure out how to get in with his family, you told your kids to talk to him like he your father. That's a man being a plan. Don't give me the lectures when you're not living that life. Just saying. But thank you so much, Janet. Let me give you a little something. Then we had Allison Gaines, $4.99 super chat. Found you yesterday, became a member today. Thank you so much. Caring for my dear mama after a stroke. You don't know how much you're helping. Oh. Yeah, I feel you on that. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Allison. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Allison. Hoping a speedy recovery for your mom. Because that could be a little rough. My I went through something similar earlier this year with a loved one. And yeah, it could be trying. So my heart goes out to you. Thank you so much, and welcome to the welcome. Give Allison a round of applause as well. And it's been my experience, and hopefully you'll find this to be the case, Allison, that this is a very supportive group. So we try to support each other as best we can through trying times, difficult times. We don't want to just hear about the tough times. We also like to hear the wins too. People going to college and doing well in school. We also like those things as well. But we definitely want to support people who need that support system when they're going through tough times, especially the holidays. They kind of matter, but they don't matter, but they do matter. During this time of like the holidays and that, people are so focused on things, and it's a lesson to all of us as we focus on things that frankly I'll prioritize is like don't really matter. Like, maybe you couldn't get your kids all the toys and, your husband and your wife, all the things you wanted to buy them. I get that. But there are people who have like more significant and permanent issues than just feeling bad that they couldn't, financially spoil their kids. You have people who are struggling with loved ones and people who are separated from loved ones, people who are dealing with loneliness and things of that nature. So they would love to trade places with you to not have money to give, a present to their mom if they could have their mom back or they could have their dad back or husband or wife or child. So, we have to keep that in mind too. A lot of times we blessed in a lot of ways and we overlook our blessings because we're always looking at, looking at somebody else's y'all. What he got on his plate? That smelled delicious. I want some of that. Only thing I got on my plate is Ritz crackers and, Ritz crackers with cheese. I mean, the shit is Ritz crackers. Somebody's sitting there with saltines. Yeah, I mean, not even saltines. They sit there with that, what's that shit? Zesta, whatever the hell No Frills brand was back in the day. So, but thank you so much for joining us, Allison. I appreciate you. Hopefully you're enjoying the content, and I hope your mom gets a speedy recovery. I really do mean that. Thank you so much. Then we had Ty with the $1.99 super chat. I think Janelle has been set up. Sorry, y'all. That's possible. I want Janelle to come out and say that she hasn't been set up. But if she signed that damn NDA once again, yeah, why do you guys keep trusting this dude? He keeps kicking your ass up between your shoulder blades, and every time he say set hut, you just bend over. I don't get it, man. I've been on this damn thing. I've been yelling and screaming into this microphone for years now, saying, stop trusting him. Y'all like, you don't know him. He's special. He's a good man. He will never do anything like that. You should have seen him when he was in his 20s. He was a good man. Then he sets you up every time. And Ty, I hope, because it makes me feel bad for Mary if this is the case, because it would show like the depth and level of deceit and the environment that she was in. You know what I mean? And if anything, it's not just reflective on Mary, because it would speak volumes about all of them. Because I wouldn't even just I would extrapolate that a little further by saying that it wouldn't just be Janelle who had that type of mentality, but all of them, you know? So I hope you're right, Ty. I hope you're right. All right, let me uh what is this? Make sure I said imagine being triggered when somebody bring up your 13 other kids. What are you talking about my kids for? Don't you be talking about them? Was this Christine started healing the minute she moved Cody out of her bedroom back in 2021? Cody, Christine is not your property. Cody, you're not better than Christine or David. Yeah, 100%. 100% on that. All right, y'all. I'm about to let me stretch a little bit because I'm fitting to crawl back up on top of this. we finna crawl back up on this soapbox for a minute. Let me give the results of the poll so far. We had out of 266 votes. Hopefully, you guys hit the like button. Thank you so much. Thank you. Please and thank you, as they say. After tonight's episode, how are you feeling? 10% of you said weirdly fine. I'm okay with it. Nothing too crazy. 12% of you said entertained against my will, which is fair. This is probably the best episode of the season, hands down. Exhausted, 36%. 42% of you said pissed. I am pissed at the height of all pistivity. Thank you so much for participating. I'm gonna leave the poll open so you guys can put your 2 cents in. Oh, we got Betty in the house. Hopefully your husband's doing well. Let's get some hearts in the chat for Betty and her husband. Hopefully everything is going good with them as well. Yeah, here's my thing. I gotta drop this all the way down. All right. So we got to talk a little bit about David and this dude during his meeting. And I give David credit because I said before I wanted to make sure, because I saw the video thumbnails and I saw where people were writing in my chat as well as like some of my conversations that they were looking forward to David telling Cody about these kids and like firing back on him about these kids. And I was very hesitant. I was like, TLC has a habit. TLC has a bad habit of cutting and editing their teaser clips, their preview clips in a way where it sounds like it's going to come off one way or the conversation is going to go one way. But when you watch the full context of a conversation during the episode, it goes a completely different way. And to David's credit, David stood on his square and he represented tonight. And I think that that's a big part of why Christine is with him and what influence he has on their situation. Okay. I think that David did a bang up job of I'll say this. I got to pull it back because I'm trying not to go nuts again. I can feel it. I can feel it heating up. But David went into the conversation as an adult, and he's trying to have the conversation with Cody as an adult, as not only as Christine's husband, but as a guy, as a person who understands where Cody is. You know, he had apparently had difficulty with his wife while she was alive. He had some issues. I'm not sure what those issues were, in fairness, but that's just the feeling I get. And he was trying to say to Cody, like, I get it, bro. You are angry, you're frustrated, you're hurt because your situation didn't work out like you planned it, and I'm trying to give that to you. And he tries to give him some advice, and Cody's stupid ass is sitting there cutting him off. And one of the things that annoyed the shit out of me, this is just gonna be a cussing one. I can't stop. One of the things that just annoyed the hell out of me was when Cody said, David is here trying to give me advice, or he's trying to give me his perspective, and I don't want his perspective. I don't care what he has to say. And at that point, that only reinforces what I've been saying this whole time. This is why I don't waste my time with no Apollo lying bullshit. This is why I don't waste my time with Apollo lies. Because when you sit there, you Apollo lying, you don't care what I think. You don't care what I feel. You don't care what you did to me. The only thing you care about is what's falling out of your fucking mouth. That's the only thing you care about. And when push comes down to shove, you're going to say whatever it is you want to say, however you want to say it. And I'm just supposed to sit there like a dummy, nodding my head, I guess, with your fist up my ass because I'm a puppet. And I'm just going to be nodding my head on cue and agreeing with you on cue and going along with everything you said because you think the world is your oyster and the sun rises and sets in the crack of your ass. And because you can't deal with the reality that these people have their own lives, they have their own dreams, and frankly, Christine is not sitting there every day hoping and praying that you come back to her. And that's where I say, like, Janelle did this shit. And I'm not just blaming Janelle, just be blaming Janelle because of the married stuff. But Janelle gave Cody a false sense of damn security. Can we talk about that for a minute? Cody walked into this situation because of the way the shit went with Janelle. You could tell that he essentially, and this is the part, like, I don't know how much of this shit I want to give away because I'm about to give away the fucking farm. But Janelle, when he sat down with Janelle and you listen to the conversation he had with Janelle and the conversation he had with Christine, he is having the same conversation. How do you have two people and you give them the same apology? These people were offended for different reasons. They were mad for different reasons. They have their own reasons as to why they left. They have their own reasons to why they were frustrated with you. Why are you not addressing their, like, this is like the internet or Instagram workout programs. If you guys send me in 1995, I will send you a personalized workout schedule or whatever the fuck. And then what winds up happening is a few people got busted with this. They wind up just sending out like a cookie cutter workout program. This is how Cody did his apologies. He just basically sent out a cookie cutter apology. Everybody, you could have swapped traded any one of the wives in that position during any one of these conversations, and it would have been the same damn conversation. But when he got with Janelle, he hit a couple parts where he said some things, you know, I was thinking about like our relationship before, and he took some of the stuff that Janelle said and combined it so that way he could give it to Christine because Janelle seemed to melt when he said it, and he was hoping for the same response from Christine with her husband sitting there, by the way, which is crazy as fuck. Who wants somebody gushing? I'm not trying to I'm not trying to arouse my ex when she's sitting next to her husband. That's crazy work. That's crazy work. Girl, let me tell you something. This is what I think. Just wanted to let you know how I felt about you when we broke up. I love you, girl. And I'm just letting you know you could still get it. Oh, excuse me, Tom. Could you get us something to drink? I mean, it's a little uncomfortable with you sitting there. Like, what the shit? Are you crazy? That's how you get that's how you get a chair across the back. You know what I'm saying? That's how you get a kiss of bud, as they say. Get a bud clapped on your head. Like, are you nuts? But he does that. And Janelle set him up because she was so receptive to his message. He thought for sure when he went and said this bullshit to Christine, she was going to give him the same response. She was supposed to give him the same response. And then when he didn't get that response, you could see the frustration from Cody. Cody got pissed when Christine didn't start gushing and, oh, Cody, my chair is soaking wet. Oh, I'm thinking about you, Cody. When she didn't give him that, he was pissed. And that's when he starts like making like his face start getting tight. And then on top of that, here comes David trying to, okay, let's get past the dumb shit and let's talk about some real shit. Cody, what about this? What about that? You know what? I'm trying to give you that bridge. Oh, Cody, I appreciate the grace. In other words, shut the fuck up. Yeah, don't talk to me, okay? And David picked up on that. And that's why he fired back. You know, what you need to do instead of apologizing to her, talking about how you loved her, you need to apologize to your kids. Why don't you start with them? And for one, like, you know, as much as people say that, I 100% agree. Because part of the, like, storyline wise, we can argue back and forth about practicality and practice. But storyline wise, one of the big reasons why these women left Cody was because of their kids. At least from Christine and Janelle, was over their kids. So if you want to apologize to them, the way that you do it is, again, not the communication from Robin where you just sitting around talking shit and talking about your feelings and how you feel about stuff and what you would feel and what you would do if you could do it, blah, 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 blah. You would actually put it into practice and demonstrate through your actions what it is you were actually apologizing for. You would show your remorse through your actions. And that would mean more when you sit there across from her and she could see that you were trying to reach out to the kids and build a relationship with the kids. She could see that you were actually trying to build those bridges back. And then at that point, Christine and David may say, you know what? You're putting in the work. Let's partner with this. We're going to try to get you in the same room with your kids. When David said, I deal with the kids. I associate with the kids. I see how they're hurting. He's talking about how Cody's kids are still hurting. This is the point I was making before. When people would say, like, the kids need to call him up and cuss his ass out. Here's the thing. His kids are his kids. And irregardless of what we think about Cody, at the end of the day, that's still their father. They want a relationship with him. And where I take a position, the position I'm taking is that, you know, forget Cody. I don't care about Cody one way or another. But when it comes down to it, I hope Cody does better for the sake of his kids. I hope he gets himself together for the sake of his kids. I hope he grows the fuck up for the sake of his kids, so that way his kids will have somebody whom they can have a relationship with, because that relationship is important to them. Not for Cody's sake, or not for Robin's sake, or even for the OG3. This relationship is important to his kids. And if you remove all the bullshit about how his feelings are hurt because these women left me in the way they left and how I felt when they left and all that other crap, and you focus on trying to build those relationships better with your kids and put all that stuff aside, it makes a lot of that pain go away. You're not dealing with it. You're dealing with a lot of that pain and betrayal and, oh, I'm still mad at them because of the way they left and what they did to my family and how they treated me, because that's all you want to focus on. How it affects you. Because to Cody, the world is no bigger than Cody. And as David said, like, you want things the way you want things. Isn't it ironic? Because that's exactly what the guys on Special Forces said to him. And I bet you money they weren't privy to this conversation. Cody just wants things because that's how these people work. That's how people like Cody work. They just want things the way they want things in the little boxes or categories that they set up for themselves. They want those things to fit into those boxes. And if you, as a person with all your dynamic colors and flourishes and unique perspective, don't fit into the little categorical box that they set up for you, then you're too big to be a part of their situation. And I think that's where his kids are falling off at. They're not fitting into the boxes that he set up for them. And so he's willing to cut them loose. And I admire the fact that I'm admiring, I'm also a little bit horrified at the fact that David is the only one who's bringing the kids up. It took David to bring the kids up. And at one point, you can say, I'm happy that he did bring the kids up. But at the same time, even from Cody's perspective, oh, well, it's not really his place to bring the kids up. Somebody had to. Somebody had to bring them up. I don't know. You know, I just, like, it's just like, I get it. Everybody is worried about their hurt, their pain. But you have 13 people, 12 people, one lost, who need the companionship of their father, at least acknowledgement of their father. They didn't ask to be here. And demanding that they accept your wife when you don't even have a relationship with them is crazy work to me. And Cody was about 3 seconds off of saying that the reason why he doesn't have a relationship with his kids is because of Christine. He's about 3 seconds off that shit. It was coming out of his mouth. I could see the little wheels in his head turning. That little hamster is on that little hamster he got on that tight ass wheel in his head is on heart medication. Okay. That wheel turning slow as shit, but it was turning. It was getting around. And he was about to say that the reason why I don't have a relationship with my kids is because of the way they left. And that's why I'm mad. That's why I'm angry. Because you didn't try to have a relationship with these people. And all the love I gave you. Wasted. Because you're like the Pied Piper. You're taking all the kids away. You want to have that conversation again. And again, that goes back to the whole question of why are we doing this apology tour again? You still mad at the same shit. You still blaming me for the things that aren't my fault. You still want to sit up here and try to hold me accountable for stuff that I ain't got nothing to do with. You're still holding the same damn grudges, but you want to sit up here and say you sorry. For what? What are you sorry for? You're not sorry for anything that you did or any of the pain you caused or any of the shit you tore up. What are we doing? So good for Christine. I'm out of here. I'm done talking about this dumb shit. Sitting there listening to you blow your mouth. You know what I mean? Oh, I'm going to just let them say whatever you want to say. Forget that shit. That time is over. You know who does that? Christine, and good on you. What Christine recognizes, if you want to sit here and just pontificate and talk about dumb shit, call your wife. I've resigned from that position. I am no longer eligible to sit here and listen to your dumb shit. I'm not required, nor am I interested. I'm going to go ahead and go get myself something at the bar, and I'm going to go change my clothes, and you can find me at the pool. Okay? Or at the club or wherever. Right? I'm doing something for me. I'm being a salon or doing something for me. Bump that. Bump that. I'm gonna get some food. I know I ain't eating with you. And that's the thing too. Like, I don't blame them for just having beverages. No, I'm not gonna eat at you because you upset my stomach. I want to extend the olive branch. Maybe it'll turn into a handshake and it may be a hug. He's not interested in having a relationship with these people. And at that point, like I said, what is the purpose of the apology? And this goes back to one of the things that I talked about during my my McKelty Pop Psych interview. And I actually mentioned it in a video that's coming out tomorrow. But it comes down to, during that interview, a question came up where McKelty was saying, I question why Robin befriended me, what her motivations were. And I take it as the way the conversation went. I took the conversation as someone had asked her, why does she care? Why that's so important? Like, the motivation, why it's so important. And on one end, like I said during the course of the McKelty video that I released before, that I understand if it's just a one-off and you're not really trying to have a relationship moving forward, then why people did what they did, and if you benefited from it, it doesn't really matter. I get that. But if you plan on having relationships moving forward, you understanding their motivation and where they're coming from, what sparked their interest in doing a thing, is important. Why Cody is sitting across from you doing this apology tour, what his motivation is important. And it's also important because, even as Cody had hinted today, and this shit is so critical, and this is what I was saying with the whole, like, I feel even more confident in my video that's coming out tomorrow, because I made some assessments, and I like to have the groundwork to where I could point to something and say, this is why I feel the way I feel. I didn't have that when I made the video, but I do now. When Cody sat there and said, yeah, suck those beers down, that was a power position. I fully expect that. I fully accept that. And I fully acknowledge that. I said it during my video. I didn't have it like I do tonight. When Cody sat there and was talking about how, he has a certain level of power and control, and they need to understand things, and why it's important. He understands power dynamics. And he talked about how we need to set the boundaries for how we're going to conduct these relationships moving forward. Power dynamics. How I'm going to talk to him. What I'm going to say about my mouth when I see him. If I want to come out and say something wild to him, like, yo, suck your beers down, let's go. Let's get to work. Let's talk. Or meet me at such and such, and I expect you to be there at 9:00 sharp. And I can say those little kind of jabs and little kind of notations at the end of my sentences, and that's the way we set our relationship up. Those are the guidelines that you set your relationships up, because now they're at a point now, because like I said before, Christine is a different person, especially when she's with David. He recognizes that Christine is different solely because she's with David and their relationship is different. But he doesn't see Christine in the whole, glory of what Christine actually is now. He just sees Christine as being with this other man. And he's trying to establish that both y'all are my chumps. Both y'all my suckers. Y'all my youngins, y'all my little boys, y'all my little dudes, or whatever. And he tried to son them, what we used to call back in the day, he tried to son them both. Which means that he's basically trying to establish his dominance in this situation over both of them. So when he talks about he's trying to set up the boundaries of their relationships, he wants to set up dominance over both of them. I say what I want. you shut up and listen. You don't give me your perspective because you're not only when he says you don't know me, basically he's saying you're not as smart as I am. You're not as intelligent as I am. So I don't care what you think. Dumb dumb. That's essentially what he's saying. So if you're coming into an apology trying to set that up, you can miss me with that whole shit. You can miss me with all of it. I'm not doing that. Like, that's crazy. That's crazy work. You're not going to sit up here and dictate to me, especially in my relationship, what's going to happen and how it's going to go down. Like, you got to beg your way back in. As far as I know, I'm cool with your kids. I could pick up David could have been like, hold up a second. I'm going to call McKelty. Hey, McKelt, what's up? Tony, yo, what's going on, man? How's it hanging? Hey, Maddie, what's happening? Truly, what's cracking? You know what I mean? He could call any of them. Isabel, what you doing, girl? Nah. Cody can't even do that. So you gonna sit up here and come in and try to boss me around and tell me how to do shit? What's gonna happen? What's not gonna happen? I don't think so. But that's how he's trying to set it up. That he's running shit. That's how he's trying to set up. Basically, this goes back to season 17 when Cody talked about Christine originally saying she was leaving and she was moving out of Arizona. And he said, well, you don't have to move out of Arizona. You can stay in Arizona. Why are you moving back to Utah? Stay in Arizona, get a husband. He can buy a house next to my house, and he can join the family. He can join Cody's family. So if Cody is the head of the family because he's the patriarch and he's the leader of the family, and Christine is still going to be part of the family, she's just bringing her husband into Cody's family. What man is doing that? That's basically, Christine, you're going to be by yourself. Because ain't no man is going to do that. What? I'm not going to join another dude's family no more than I expect my wife to join another woman's family. That's crazy work. You're out of your mind. It's crazy talk. You're silly. You're big silly. But that's what he's trying to do. He's trying to establish himself as the kingpin in that situation. Because it's all about him, what he wants to apologize about, what he wants to talk about, what he wants to address. If he doesn't want to talk about something, we're not going to talk about it. But see, that's the difference between, and I'm gonna give my hats off to David, because that's the difference between me and David. See, I don't go into these types of situations. I would never walk into this situation. I know I talk a bunch of shit. I talk gang of shit on online, but I would never walk into a situation like this looking for a problem. I would never walk in there looking for a problem. But like my man, the great poet 50 Cent said, I'm not looking for a problem, but if you want a problem, no problem, right? I'm not going to go into a situation and try to blow, like my wife, if she had a situation like this, I wouldn't go into it trying to blow her situation up, get into a squabble with her ex, get that dude a quick fade out back. I wouldn't do that unless it go left. I mean, it is what it is, but I wouldn't go into it like that. I would try to stay cool, stay calm, try to make sure I keep the peace. But what's not going to happen is you're not going to tell me that I can't talk. You're not going to tell me that I don't have an opinion, especially when I'm the one doing it day to day. I'm the one getting your daughter up, getting her to school. I'm the one making sure that her homework and shit is done. I'm the one that's taking her to the doctor. I'm the one that sees her every night at dinner. I'm the one that gets up in the morning and asks her how her day is going and make sure you have a good day. And when she come home, hey, girl, how was your day? I'm the one doing that day to day, every day in the trenches work. So you're not going to diminish me or my opinion if I'm doing it. No more than he could diminish Christine's contribution to her daughters. Because this is what I said during the Christine video. I don't know if I said it, maybe it was the video today or yesterday, whatever. But with the Christine video that I shot, You're sitting there saying like she doesn't mean anything. Christine, when you were sitting there crying and boo-hooing and belly aching about how these three women left you, you was going through all these divorces. These women not only had to be sad and depressed and deal with their situations of being separated and divorced, getting a divorce and being heartbroken, but they also had to do the very hard work of keeping themselves together for their kids who they also had to keep together. And you were completely absent for that because you were too much of a bitch feeling sorry for yourself. Pardon me for using the B word. But it's too much of a chump feeling sorry for himself to actually check on and make sure his kids were okay. Because it was all about him and I'm so sad. Oh, these women left me. Oh, my life ain't turned out the way I wanted it to. What about your kids? You think they want to be the child of a divorce? You think they wanted, truly wanted her parents to be separated and be removed from everything she knew, to be put into a situation where she has to start all over, even if she's surrounded by her other siblings, McKelty and Isabel and Aspen and their husbands and their kids. Even if that was the case, surrounded by Christine and her sisters and her family, she had to get reintroduced into something else. She had to be integrated into a new situation. And you didn't come and try to help at all with that because you were too busy feeling sorry for yourself, Cody. And then when she does get herself set and ready and Christine starts dating again and she meets and falls in love with a man named David and he comes into Truly's life, he had to help her with that too because you was too busy being mad that Christine moved on. So David had to step into that spot. And you're going to sit there and pretend like David doesn't have a say when he's the one doing it? That's ridiculous to me. It's utterly ridiculous. I mean, I agree. Like Grandma Sparrow said, Christine leveled up. And the sad part is she did level up, but she just leveled up because I'm not trying to diminish David's contribution at all. But David is doing like right now on screen, it seems like it's an amazing, wonderful thing. And I'm not, all credit to him. I'm not diminishing that at all. But as far as I'm concerned, that's just basic shit. Okay, he's supporting her the way he should. He's taking care of Christine and her kids the way he should. He's doing basic shit. It seems crazy, amazing, outstanding, and incredible because on the other hand, you have a dude who's not doing shit. You got an ain't shit dude and a guy doing basic shit. And he might be doing basic shit perfectly, very well, like A plus, plus, plus. But he's meeting the minimum requirements. He got involved with as a man, you get involved with a woman or a man or adult or a person. You get involved with a partner who has children. You have certain responsibilities to not only your partner, but to those children. And it sounds to me like, because we don't know a whole lot of what the inner workings of David and Christine's relationship or the kids. That's why I'm saying it's basic as far as I'm concerned, because that's what I see. We don't know the inner workings of it. But from what I see, David is meeting those requirements. He's doing what he needs to do. He's putting his thing down. He's handling his business. And because Cody isn't, it makes that much more, it puts that much more responsibility on David, and he's stepping into that spot, into that position without hesitation and without fail. And that's why it's so ridiculous that Cody is sitting there talking about, I don't need no advice from him. I don't need his advice. What he gonna tell me? Well, he could tell you how to be a father. And maybe that's part of the problem. You don't have anybody in your life. I don't know how you grew up. I don't know you, Cody. You're right. I don't know you. But if this is how your parents raised you, that's a shame. But if it's not how you were raised, this is disrespectful. because you're not showing that you have compassion for your kids. You're not showing that care and compassion or that understanding that's required for you to be an adult. You have to co-parent with Christine, whether you like it or not. If you want to deal with your kids, you're going to have to deal with Christine because Christine has the kids. The crazy part is, it's not fair. It doesn't go both ways. Well, tough titty. That's life. Okay, TT. That's life. Okay? Because if you had the kids, then it would be on Christine to try to work shit out with you. But unfortunately for you, because you had such a shit relationship with your kids from the start that had nothing to do with Christine, because you put it on Christine, you made it Christine's responsibility to make sure you had a relationship with your kids. Dumb. You did that. Now Christine leaves. The kids go with her because they've always known her. That's who they deal with. She has a relationship with the kids. Now you have to go back to her or through her or around her and deal with the kids. And at some point or some form of fashion, because she's in the kids' orbit and you're not, you're going to have to deal with Christine. Oh, I don't care what David has to say. You know what's funny? I remember when the wives said they didn't give a shit what Robin had to say. And you stood on the porch and yelled at them and talked about she came into the family with kindness and open heart, and you turned around and you wouldn't be her friend. Oh, Robin came in and she tried to give you advice on how to take care of me and make love to me, and you wouldn't even try to have that conversation. All David said is, you might want to call your kids. Robin come in, she tell Christine, according to Christine, she tell her how to bust her husband down. Christine, when he come over to your place, remember you used to give him them back rubs and you stopped because you wasn't feel like you was getting anything from that? Yeah, you need to go ahead and give him them back rubs, girl. All David said is call your kids. Are you overstepping bounds? That shit it's so hypocritical. It's so crazy. It's so hypocritical. It's just crazy now. Let me hit some of these super chats. I'm sorry, I've been going nuts. We had a kind critique. All right, kind critique. Am I a kind critic? I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe I am. $4.99 super chat said, why are y'all trusting no Cody's narratives about Janelle's betrayal? He's a known liar. He tied her hands, mouth with an NDA. And who is the hero? Robin. Yep. See, here's the thing. Kind critique. I agree with you. But Janelle has to make a choice. Like, it's like somehow, some way, she has to come out and she has to refute this. Because if she did sign an NDA, this actually goes under one of the things that I had talked about before. If she signed that NDA, that would be another example of them shooting themselves in the foot because they want to try on different shoes. It's just another example of that. Like, I can sit here and make excuses for them all day about how they grew up and the culture they grew up in and polygamy and, the draws of it, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you've been in it. You've been doing it. You've dealt with this dude for I don't know how many years. The reason why you're dealing with him as far as County Pass is concerned and taking a reduced amount as far as how much you've financially contributed to the family and Cody and Robin personally, not contribute to the family, but to Cody and Robin personally, because the house that they bought Cody and Robin, the McMansion, was their private property. So that was directly to Cody and Robin, not the family. The reason why you guys are taking such a diminished amount is because you trusted Cody. And we've been screaming this song left and right. And Janelle has gotten up talking about how she don't trust Cody and she can't trust him as far as she throw him. And for you to turn around and sign an NDA with a guy that you can't trust, you kind of did this shit to yourself. You know what I mean? I don't even want to be a dick about it, but it's just like, I hope this shit. I'm standing, like I said, I'm standing here saying, I hope it's not true. I hope it's not true. But you know what I'm afraid of, Con Critique? I'm genuinely afraid that we're going to get to the tell-all and Suki is going to ask Janelle about this and she's going to admit it. Forget, like, I can't talk about it because of the NDA. I have a creeping suspicion that Janelle actually might get up and admit it. And that's my fear. Let me know what you guys think. Oh, Jody Periscala, bump those likes up. Yes, please. Bump those likes up. Because that is one of the things I'm concerned about. I'm concerned that she's going to get up there and be like, yeah, I did that. She, because she wasn't trying to do anything logically and blah, blah, blah. And it's going to be terrible. If she does that, and that very well may be, because I had asked the question a while ago, why would they shoot the tell-all so soon? Well, because they already shot the tell-all. The tell-all is already in the can. It's done data. It's done. It's already done, finished. It's set up. It's good to go. Tell-all's done. It's shot. And this is a major storyline in the show. This is a major storyline. So there's no way they're not covering this. And we'll see what Janelle has to say. I hope you're right. I hope you're right. Because this would be terrible if Janelle gets up and says, yeah, I did that shit. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. This is going to be bad. But thank you so much, Con Critique. And another part of it that bothers me is the confidence. Just to round that out, Con Critique. A thing that bothers me with the whole storyline is the confidence that Cody is telling this story. That he's repeating the story, he's saying it confidently, and he's naming names. He's not being, because normally when Cody lies, he's a little more amorphous. He won't give specifics or details or whatever. That's the part that bothers me. He's being very specific about what Janelle said, what Janelle was trying to do. He's being super duper specific about it. Like, I don't buy the bullshit about like, oh, Robin's the hero, because Robin was going to get her money. It wasn't like, Cody gets the money, Robin gets the money. So it wasn't like Robin wasn't getting her money. And he basically said that Mary wasn't going to get her money if she didn't sign the NDA. And so, and Janelle did. And Janelle actually, and we go back, and this is the thing. Like I said, I'm nervous because if we go back, Janelle admitted that she talked to Cody about selling the land out from under Mary. So it's not whole cloth that Cody's the only one talking about it. Janelle did admit that she talked to Cody about selling the land out from under Mary. So again, this will be the thing that might create a schism in the fan base for people who support the OG3. We shall see. But thank you so much, Con Critique. I'll keep you posted. And just so you guys know, in fairness, I do not mind if you disagree with me. Have at it. Okay. On this channel, like I said, anybody can get it on this channel. I can get it on this channel. If I'm wrong or I say something wrong, or if you disagree with me, that's fine. I don't care. Like, I'm not that one. Oh, you disagree with me, you big dummy, you out of here blocked. No, I'm not that person. Okay. We all entitled to our opinions. We invested just as much time, equal time into this foolishness. Nobody's like, oh, I've invested way more, so therefore my opinion should matter more. No, everybody has an opinion. And as adults, we can have differences of opinion, disagree. We can agree to disagree and state our case and then walk away as friends. Open discourse. Yeah, one way or another, we might find out. Like I said, when they do this tell all, Janelle might drop it on us, y'all. But then we have Caramel Cuties, $10 super chat. Said Cody can't take criticism from anyone attached to the OG3. Cody can't take criticism, period. My man is just like a critic. He's criticism averse. David told his dumb ass right. It should have started with kids. Cody is an idiot. Who needs his ass whooped? Cody's an idiot who needs his ass whooped. Hell, Robin does too. They both trifling. That's a word I haven't heard a bit. Trifling. That's facts. Yeah, he can't take the criticism. He damn sure can't take the criticism from somebody who's doing it better, because he sees, and that's the thing. He sees, not only does he see David as a rival, he sees himself as doing better than David because he sees himself as better than David. So that's ridiculous. But thank you so much, Caramel Cuties. I appreciate you. Then we have Brittany. Now, Brittany with the $1.99 super chat. Cody would have owed me gas money for this bullshit trip. Yeah, right. Gas money, airfare, all that. Plus hotel stay. And I'm going to need per diem. Okay? Because I plan on doing some stuff. Food vouchers, the whole nine, man. This is on you. This trip is on you. Because this is stupid. I would have been pissed. Like, this joker gonna sit there and try to tell me, like, he gonna tell me. And then when I try to throw his ass a lifeline, you're drowning. Like this guy, Titanic, underwater, hit the iceberg. There's ice chips floating every fucking where. This dude is floating on the water. I say, bruh, you in the ocean drowning. I throw him a lifeline. He slapped the lifeline away. It tell me, mind your business. I said, okay, Ice Cube. I'm going to go ahead and wait 2 days, give me an ice pick, and I'm going to maybe chisel your ass out, see if you change your mind, dick face. Like, it's just craziness. This whole thing is crazy. It's crazy. Yeah, but he would have definitely had to hook me up with some gas money. EV vouchers, something. Like, what are we doing? What? Well, depending on what kind of car you pushing. Gas be high as hell, especially during the time they went. Gas high as hell. I am not driving down there. We could have did this shit on the phone. You know what I mean? We could have did this over Zoom. Thank you, Brittany, not Brittany. All right. Brittany, not Brittany with the $4.99 super chat. Said when Cody hit David, when Cody hit David with that condescending, do you understand? I had to get up and walk away for a good 5 minutes. Cody don't know how lucky he is. That's what I'm talking about. Like, bro, this shit would have went so left. So left. Like, you sitting there, like, you come into this conversation. First, you hit me with this swig some beers or whatever the hell. Then you come in with this dumb shit ass apology. Then you come back and start talking about how much you love my wife and think of the good times, baby. All the times we spent at the hotel, motel when I had you hollering and raking up my back. Remember that? Yeah, girl. Are you nuts? Are you nuts? I think you should remember the good times too. Where is your wife, sir? Where's your wife? And it was funny to me. He was standing out there at the racetrack. Yeah, we don't want no confusion that the two of us are together because out of respect for my wives and our partners. What happened to all your respect for your partner when you met up with Janelle by yourself at a damn restaurant? You didn't respect partners then. When you sitting there talking about how much you love them and then thinking of good times, thinking of good times, girl, we was moaning and groaning, humping and bumping. Remember that? Yeah, girl. You remember what I used to do to you and what you used to call me, right? Psh, are you nuts? We got to respect each other's partners. Where's your partner at? Did you tell your wife you was coming down here to flirt with me? You tell me how much you miss my stuff? You maniac. Yeah, you don't know. Do you understand? And do you understand? Obviously, you don't understand some things, sir. I'm here doing it. Oh, yeah, by the way, your chick chose me. That would have been awesome. David would have liked that. Your chick chose me. Cody would have pulled out it. Oh, yeah, by the way, Playboy. Because Christine, I want you to think, I'm sorry for all the bad times, but to remind you, we had some good times. Yo, Cody, your girl told me she ain't never had it like this before. I keep her coming back. You know what I mean? We got the flavor that she savor up here, neighbor. You understand what I'm saying, Cody? I'm tan, had ass up. Like Cody would have, he'd have walked out of there hot fucking with me. Like, Cody, you have no idea. She said that you was rookie league, bro. Oh, she told me about you, man. That's why I didn't even care. That she wanted to meet with you. That's why I didn't even care. Because I know about you. She already told me. So yeah, I'm fine. I'm good. I'm gonna just sit here and sip my beer. That is crazy. You don't understand. What don't I understand, Cody? I understand. Let's see. If we keep in score, I got your ex, got your lady, I got your kids. You sitting there called us up trying to ask for her apology. Yeah, I don't know. I feel pretty good with my hand. Feel good where I'm sitting. So what are we talking about? Brittany, not Brittany. Oh, we got Betty Aldridge in the house with the $5 super chat. Tell your husband I said hello. Hopefully he's doing well. Merry Christmas. I want nothing but the best for you and yours. Thank you, Betty. You as well. You as well. Merry Christmas. Tell your husband I said hello, and hopefully everything is working out well. I saw that you said that you got into the one physical therapy thing, so that's awesome. Awesome. Christmas surprise. So let me give you a little something. Let me give you some hearts in the chat for Betty Aldridge. And let me give you a little something. Kathy Ferrer said, yeah, Cody love it. David love eating nachos with Christine. And that's just, look, I'm going to be straight up. Like, so it's just, like I said before, it's, when it comes down to it, Christine's story is just a reminder or illustration that sometimes when people don't value you, it's not that you're valueless. It's just that you're dealing with the wrong people. They don't know what they're looking for. Right? Because the same ones that sit there like Cody's sitting there talking about he don't respect Christine and he don't value her and she ain't shit and she's not much of a woman or a wife. David don't have no complaints. Not as far as I can tell. David looked like David is happy as hell. He looked like David looked happy as a pig in shit over there with Christine. He does not have a problem. If I'm going to be honest, looking at like just I understand it, like it's a little different when you on camera and you trying to set up a show and you guys are like super sensitive about how you coming off and stuff. But between the two couples, if I watched just the physical interaction of David and listened to some of the conversations between David and Christine versus Cody and Robin, and you asked me, James, And me not knowing anything about their histories or the seasons they've been on the show, but you just said, James, which one of these couples do you think is going to make it? Like, even bet. Who do you think is going to make it? I'd hands down go Christine and David. Because as I've said before, when Christine was dealing with David, they have a connection. And you can see that connection. The way they talk about things, the way they talk about talking about things. You can hear the connection. When Cody talks about his tie to Robin, everything is physical. Everything is sexual. Oh, lick this. Put your mouth on that. Oh, you're so pretty. You're so good looking. Oh, we're so connected. I want a kiss. I want a hug. Oh, yeah, give me some physical touch or affection. That shit works when you in your maybe teen years, early 20s. It's all about how much you slanging and how much you banging. That's when you really worried about like all the physical stuff. But you start to realize that intimacy is beyond just physical, touch or action. Intimacy is you guys being able to actually sit down and have a conversation and talk about things, share ideas. That's intimacy. And if you don't have that, then your relationship is not going to last. If you're relying on the Thundercat to keep your shit together, bruh, you are going to be sorely upset in a couple years. You know what I mean? Especially as you start to get older and shit starts slowing down, which is inevitable. Because everybody like to sit here and pretend like, I got skills. I know when you get older, you rely more on knowledge and experience and wisdom than you do like a young man, like even, me. I would rely more on my skill, information, and knowledge than I would on like me now versus me at 20 or 25. Vigor. Are you crazy? No chance. No shot. 25 years old, vigor. I mean, talk about like hanging out. I can hang out all night long, go home, get a half hour sleep, get up, take a shower, and go work a full day in a high stress atmosphere. Now, I drink all night. Shit, I'm done for 2 months. I mean, I don't have nowhere near. And that's just not, I'm not even talking about like the physical stuff. It is what it is. But when I listen to Cody and Robin talk, it's all about like they talk like young folks, like kids. Their relationship seems almost childish to me. Oh, do you look at it? Do you look at your little boyfriend like I look at Robin? I'm like looking at her and stuff. Oh, yeah, because she's so hot and so pretty and so quiet. Oh, that's little kid shit. Do you have somebody that you can sit down and you feel like, you could go back and tell the world to? Do you have somebody that you feel like if you got some real bad news, that's the first person you want to share that information with? If you get some good news, that's the first person you want to share that information with. If you experience something new, that's the person you want to experience it with. Do you feel that? Do you feel like you have somebody in your life that you want to share everything with? Other than like personal time in the bourgeois. That's all I hear from Cody and Robin. Oh, we loved each other so much. And then we had some, I saw him and he saw me and a lightning bolt shot up my ass and it was incredible. Like, do that, a taser. Don't tase me, bro. Like, what are we talking about? So, like, I don't know. I'm just not a big fan of that. Like, I think that if I had like just on the surface, because like I said, I'm not familiar with the inner workings of Christine and David's relationship, or even Cody and Robin's for that matter. But just on the surface, watching the show, the way it's presented, Christine and David all the way. Cody and Robin, I'm like, they ain't gonna last. There ain't no way anywhere they're gonna last. And that's why half the people who watch the show think that as soon as the money stops, Robin's ass is gone. That's why we think that, because of the way you guys come off on the show. So you don't want to listen? That's fine. I mean, it is what it is. You know, just saying. But I think that there's a difference between having somebody that you enjoy spending time with and somebody you enjoy humping on versus somebody you looking to get old with. You know, like somebody, when you lose your teeth and you guys are putting them in glasses by the nightstand, there ain't too much humping, bumping, and jumping going on, but you enjoy each other's companionship. You ever see relationship goals? They always have like on Instagram, like I've seen it, Instagrams or Facebook. You'll have like somebody who'll be like going on vacation or whatever, or they had a nice restaurant, be like, oh, relationship goals. To me, that's not relationship goals. You know what a relationship goal is? When you see an elderly couple and expect like what touches me, you'll see like an elderly couple and you'll see a guy who pulls out a chair for his wife, or they hold each other's hands and they walking down the street. That's what I'll be like, relationship goals. Or they just sit there and they talking or just out for coffee, they having a conversation. Like relationship goals. That's relationship goals. Like fuck all the trips and the cars and the houses and stuff. To have that type of partnership, that's what you want. And if that's what David is providing Christine, David and Christine is fine. She's okay. The houses are nice. The Airbnbs are nice. The house that they bought, nice. That's cool. The ATV sport vehicles and shit, that's cool. But to have a partner that you wanna spend the rest of your life with, relationship goals. I've never looked at Robin and Cody. They've been on TV for 15 years. Never once did I say, yeah, relationship goals. That's that's what you should strive for, to have something like that. That's what you want. Never, not once. Maybe I'm alone. Maybe you guys disagree with me, but that's where I'm at. Lizzie B gifted One My Take on Reality membership. Thank you so much, Lizzie B. I appreciate you. Merry Christmas. Make sure you guys have your thing clicked so that you can you're eligible for the memberships. We have the Saturday morning roundtable. Yesterday we did like a mega roundtable. We had I have 10 seats where I can bring 10 guests up and we rock it out. It was a good time. Had a great time yesterday. If you guys want to do that, join in. Come by on noon on Saturday. We have the members roundtable. It's amazing. Thank you, Lizzie B. Let me give you a little something. Oh my show was all the way down. I couldn't even hear the music. But thank you so much, Lizzie B. Appreciate you. Guys, I tell you what, I'm going to be doing videos this week. I have a video coming out tomorrow. It's part 1, talking about last week's episode, part 1 with Christine. Check that out. And then I'm going to do part 2, which is going to talk about tonight's episode. Okay. Bruh Man has some thoughts. And we're going to get deep on it. Because we've just scratched the surface. We've barely begun to fight, as it were. All right. But thank you guys so much for hanging out. I don't want to drag you out too long because I know people got to get up and do some things. I appreciate you coming in and hanging out with me this evening for the Sister Wives after show. Next week is probably going to be crazy too, y'all, with Mary, because it sounds like Mary coming in guns blazing. And let's give a quick shout out to Jen and them, because everybody's been that person who's sitting there watching them keep getting into these, like the cycle of like every time you turn around, like, okay, I'm done with him. Fuck him, he finished. She ain't nothing. Oh man, I'm finished. I'm past that stuff, man. On to the next. I'm on to the new. Get myself started. Oh well. Pop, pop, pop. Then you sitting around be like, oh yeah, they called me and I'm gonna meet with them for what? What do you meet with them for? Why are you meeting them? Cause I'm trying to have a good relationship with him. Cause we gotta try to be friends. I want to be friendly exes. You try to be the good wife. He rejected you. You try to be the understanding separate wife. He rejected you. He put you out. You tried to be cool with him because you wanted to be the friendly ex-wife. He sat here and clowned you. Now he's calling you again. Like my brother said many, many moons ago. My younger brother, he said it to me. Never forgot it. I remember where we were when he said it. He said the only way people could walk all over you, because we were watching a TV show and we were talking about it. He said, the only way people could walk all over you is if you lay down for them first. And Mary, I gotta tell you, the only way this dude's gonna walk all over you is if you lay down for him first. Now that's the first part. And I'm glad she's going into it. I'm glad she's going into it with the idea or notion that she's going to stand on her own 2 feet. She's going to stand on her square. She's going to start sticking up for herself. And from that respect, Mary might turn this whole ship around. Mary's potential could turn this whole ship around. So good on Mary. And we'll see where that lands us at. But let me go through. It looked like we had some more super chats come through. Let me check this out real quick. Oh, we had Cindy McKenzie. What's going on, Cindy? How you doing? Merry Christmas. $6.99 super chat. Cody laying on the floor of the motel answers Robin's questions after the meeting, just like a hostage. LOL. Robin flirting, firing questions, sons, like the FBI. Firing questions sounds like the FBI. Yeah, right. So what's going on? What happened, Cody? Tell me about it. Well, everybody's coming down on you, Cody. You just keep, it didn't work. Oh, Cody, what are you doing, Cody? What we gonna do, Cody? Oh no, Cody. Oh, come on, Cody. Cody David was like sitting there being mean to me because he wouldn't even let me talk or nothing. Because I was like, I'm sorry. Then David would open his big fat mouth and he wouldn't even let me say what I wanted to say. Oh, Cody. Oh, Cody. Like, that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem. Because I'm going to tell you another secret. Like, if you ladies correct me if I'm wrong. But if you had a man who you basically had the mother and baby, would you still respect him as your man? You know what I mean? Like, tell me. Because most of the women I know would not respect that. Like if I was on the floor crying, oh, you don't understand, baby. I went to the meeting and I was like, look, you gonna respect me and I'm gonna apologize. And they wouldn't even let me finish. And he started telling me what he was thinking. And I was like, you going too far. And it's not even right enough. And bro, man might get divorced. I might end up divorced. Like if I did some shit like that, I might get divorced. She's like, James, look, I didn't mind having children with you, but I'm not trying to raise your ass too. Oh man, it might be over for a kid. Like I don't know if I can survive that shit. Cause I don't know, like and I'll put it back the other way. Like I don't know if I would want. Like my wife called me up and she was doing that shit. What's going on? Are you okay? Because when you have an adult relationships, you want to be in a relationship with an adult. Just saying. But thank you so much, Cindy McKenzie. I appreciate you. Let me give you a little something. Oh man. But then we had Carmel Cuties, $5 super chat. Christine is more than okay. She is liked and loved down properly. Christine don't see nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. You know what I mean? Save a horse, ride a cowboy. David cherishes her and loves her how she needs to be loved. Something Cody could never, never, ever, ever understand. And I agree with that. Like, because Cody was so fixated on Cody that he didn't appreciate the contribution that Christine or any of them made. And this is what I've always said about, like, when you're making sacrifices for people, certain people you make sacrifices for, you will give them the shirt off your back. If you'll lay down on a track for them, catch a grenade for them, it doesn't even matter. You'll do the whole Bruno Mars catalog for them. But if they're not the right person, they will not only will they not acknowledge your sacrifices or appreciate your sacrifices, they won't even accept the fact that there were sacrifices being made. As far as Cody is concerned, everything that these women gave up for him or gave to him, that was stuff that he was owed. They owed him that. And now she's with somebody who appreciates her. And I think that that's a subtle difference too. When she looks at David and she talks to David and she's amazed by how David treats her, that's all it is. That's the subtle difference. You just with a person who actually appreciates you and values you and doesn't take you for granted. And to that, I say, welcome to the fold. Again, that's basic. You want a man that basically going to appreciate you, not take you for granted. Basic. All right. Thank you so much, Karma Keys. And please don't get it twisted. When I say that David is doing basic stuff, I'm not belittling David. I'm not cutting David down. I'm just merely saying that Cody's so far in a deficit that he's making a lot of the stuff like, David pulled out Christine's chair. Whoa, he's way better than Cody. The only chair Cody was trying to pull out was Robin's chair. Like, it's just, he set that bar so low. It's just crazy. It's just crazy sauce. But we had Betty Aldridge with the $5 super chat. Relationship goals: love your partner more tomorrow than you did today. 41 years can feel like 20 minutes. Yeah. And that's when you look back and you say, a lifetime wasn't enough. And it's just, it's not like, well, I want to jump up bones more yesterday than I did today. And, I want to break off. Better, I'm going to get some stuff from Amazon. It's going to be off the hook up in the crib. Like, it's just, it's so much more to that companionship and that partnership than just trying to be with somebody in a physical realm or a sexual thing. Because after a while, that's all it seems like that relationship is boiled down to. Because if all you talk about is how cute somebody is, how fine and foxy they are, and how sexually appealing they are, they just become a thing. They become an object. And that relationship doesn't work. Like, that's not going to last. Because as crazy as it is, no matter how outstanding you are physically or in the throes of passion, no matter how skilled you are, if that's all you have, you can be replaced. Holla at your boy. You could be replaced. If that's all it is, and that's all that you think is keeping a player, that shit can be replaced. Because the wonderful thing about, wing wakas and hoo-has is that the world is full of them. Okay. You're not the only person in the world with one. So it's not like you doing something that's so different and unique that it can't be duplicated and or replaced. So if that's all you got, if that's your only gear, because that's all you have to hold them down, they are gone. They are gone. But thank you so much, Betty. Then we had Jody Periscala, member for 3 months. Why can't we get more likes? Keeps the channel going. Yes, please get the likes up. I don't even know how many likes I have. But yeah, please put the likes in now. Please put the likes in. But I appreciate you guys. And yeah, they have a thing called hyping the channel. Hype the channel as much as you can. I don't even know what it is, but I do like it. So hype it. But thank you so much, Jody Perry Scholar. I appreciate you and all your support. So be coming through. Yeah, but hit the like button. Guys, we're going to be releasing videos all week. Okay, that's the plan. We're going to be releasing videos all week, talking about this stuff. We're going to be doing a call-in show on Tuesday. And, you know, while everybody's wrapping gifts and hopefully spending time with their family, that'll be the 23rd. Hopefully everybody has an awesome Christmas. Just let me check something real quick. An awesome Christmas. We won't do the speak pipe this Thursday because it'll be a Christmas day. And I want folks to be able to spend time with their family or whatever. So, or you know, I might jump on. Like if you guys see me, you can pop in and say Merry Christmas or whatever, just so folks can say Merry Christmas to each other. I might try to do that, but I don't have a speak pipe plan for this Thursday. So we will be back on speak pipes next week. But for the new year, y'all, for the new dang on year, what? We doing speak pipes on a New Year's Day. But we will be enjoying the I guess the remainder of Sister Wives together. Make sure you guys are hit that subscribe button, ring the bell for notifications. We have videos coming out all week. Keep an eye out for that. And then start new year. In the new year, we have I have a plan that I'm going to be dropping, I think, on the 1st. You guys will be seeing it. Hopefully you'll be excited about it. So a little tease there. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody who lend some super chats. Let's run it. We have Brittany Not Brittany dropping some super chat love. Thank you so much. Janet Unlimited Lipstick. We had Love Soka, Allison Gaines, Jody Periscala, and then of course we had Michelle Woods up in the house. We also had Shimmy ER, Megatron. What? Megatron. Toast to Megatron. Toast to Megatron. Whoa, I can't even get my cup in there. Toast to Megatron. Then we have Ty, and we have kind critique. Appreciate you. Oh, of course, Carmel Cutie's up in the house. Lizzie B in the house. And how could we ever forget Betty Aldrich, OG Triple OG with Cindy McKenzie up in the house. Thank you guys so much. And I want to give a huge shout out and a lot of appreciation to our Mega Mod squad, Lizzie B, Carmel Cuties, and Brittany Not Brittany holding us down for the chat. They do a lot of work. I appreciate them because they do a lot for the channel. And thank you guys so much. Hey, what's going on? Cindy from Oz. Merry Christmas. Hey, we got Teresa Skinner up in the house. But thank you guys so much. And I want to give everybody a shout out in the chat. I appreciate you guys. And I want everybody to go and have a wonderful festive holiday, whether you're celebrating Hanukkah, Kwanzaa, Christmas, what is it? All the holidays. I'm blanking out. You know, yeah, all the holidays. So I appreciate you guys. Let me give you a little something. Ramadan. That's the other one I was mentioning. But yeah, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me and supporting the channel at least all year long, and hopefully into next year. We're going to have a bang up year. We have I have some things planned because Jody Periscala gave some suggestions that we'll be rolling out with those, as well as Betty Aldridge and a few other people have made some suggestions, and I'm gonna try to enact those moving into the next year. So I'm very excited about that. Looking forward to it. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. Keep an eye out for the videos that I'll have coming out this week. You know, talking about this foolishness, because you know we're gonna have to talk about this foolishness, we got to break it all the way down, especially when it comes to David and Cody and that whole conversation, because I was too hot to talk about it tonight, but I'll get myself together. Thank you guys so much. Have a fantastic evening. Have an awesome morning and the rest of your day, as well as this holiday. If you guys are celebrating, make sure you take it easy on the roads. Remember, traffic safety takes no holiday. And we want you guys around because we need you around. Take care of your family. Shout out to everybody. If anybody's feeling lonely this Christmas, know that we're supporting you. Let's get some hearts in the chat for folks who may not necessarily feel the love of companionship this holiday, may feel alone, destitute, or by themselves. You are not alone, and we're here to support you. Thank you guys for being an awesome group, an awesome chat, an awesome collective of unique, special individuals. That's my take. I'm James, and this has been my take on reality, and I'm out.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute. Going for a ride down the side, PCH.